I am Aay Aay Gidins. My other two Haida names are Skitgiagans and Kilju Da Gudadal. I am from the Skitgiagans, the Not Ewans clan, the Big House people. I first started in August of 2005 as a watchman with my nanai in Hot Springs. I was getting all my chores done early. My nanai had seen that and she's like, "Do you want to learn how to weave?" And I thought, being on a isolated island, I was like, sure, why not? I was there with her for a month and she taught me how to weave in that 1 month. Here's my first robe that I did. I started it in 2010. I wove on it for 2.5, 3 months, and the way I was weaving on it, it hurt my back. So I actually stopped weaving for a couple weeks and I put it aside, and I actually put it aside for 5 years before I went back to it. And when I went back to it, I was like, okay, I'm committing, I'm doing this. And I finished it in 2 months after the 5 years. I finished it November 30th, 2015, and then it was brought to life in December of 2015. It was my first robe, so it got a little emotional because, in those 5 years, almost once a month I would dream about that robe being danced, and then it finally happened. When monumental pieces are finished, you got to bring them to life. And for robes, you cut it off the loom, and right off the loom, it has to be danced. And seeing a robe being danced is, it's a great feeling. That piece is brought to life. It's pretty amazing how many pieces are in the world of Haida pieces, and seeing all those weavings, I look at how it's woven. I have that mind where I can just sit there, I look at the piece, and then I close my eyes and I figure out how it was done. Sometimes it's like when I close my eyes, I can see hands and movement and how to get like a curve or a circle or anything like that. So sometimes I see the hands, sometimes I just see the strands, and sometimes I draw a line of how I think the weaver did it. We didn't actually have a word for art in our language. We don't have a word for art in our language. It's just something we did. So creating regalia for people, they connect to the culture more. And for me to make them, it just makes me happy to see them being danced, and not just the wall hanging.
Aay